What's up guys, it's your boy Romans and we're about to finish the One Piece arc tier list finally. We've had too many peak chapters and too many peak episodes, I can't wait any longer, so we're about to finish it today. As you can see on the screen, I have everything laid out just how it was for the pre-time skip arc tier list, and if you haven't seen that video yet, I'll put the link in the description below for you to check that one out as well. Now there might be some changes and altercations done just because of some new chapters that come out, maybe. But yeah, it looks like we're just about to hop back on this list, man. So we're starting off with Sabaody, and just off the rip with that, I'm gonna put Sabaody at a low B. I definitely am. We got a lot of elements from Sabaody that I enjoyed, especially right after the time skip, so I think that it was hyped up just off of that. You know, we wanted to see what the characters improved on. We wanted to see, you know, what crazy abilities did they get after, you know, basically getting their asses kicked. And of course, you know, it came with those classic elements, you know, how Chopper was mistakenly thinking that that was his crew and it wasn't, so, you know, getting the fake straw hats, that was cool, that was cool. We finally got to see a little bit of what Sanji and Zoro learned throughout the time skip, and then we saw Luffy flex with the pacifistas, so, you know, moments like that, of course, and I think B right there is a fair spot for Sabaody. I'm not gonna get too hype and say A, but I'm gonna give it a, I'm gonna put it in the B range. Now I know earlier I said that I might make some switches, and I already remembered I need to make a big change off of a new chapter that we just got. I have to move Alabasta, man. I'm gonna move it up to S tier. I know I got a lot of heat before already, and people are like, oh man, oh why'd you put it there, blah blah blah. You right, I was already regretting it. I was like, dang, I should have put it at A tier, but now I gotta put it at S. I love it when things come in full circle, and everything that we're seeing now with these new chapters with Imu-sama, oh woo. So we about to move on to Fishman Island now, because we're gonna just keep this list going now. Fishman Island, I'm actually gonna give it a low C. Put it right behind Thriller Bart. Hody Jones, he played his role well, and if you watched my villain tier list also, you would see where I ranked them. I can't remember. We got a lot of key factors in there as well. We were introduced to Shirahoshi and Neptune, that whole family. We saw the flashback. We saw the discrimination that came into being a fishman. We saw a lot of key factors, you know, that were really engraved into the One Piece world that we needed to learn about as the story progressed. And I'm not a big Vanderdecken fan, but you know, he added the elements that were necessary as well. He played his role. We saw that Hody Jones was an actual villain, and that's why I say he played his role really well. You know, I think that arc also helped get the ball rolling when it came to characters such as Fisher Tiger, Koala. I feel like Jinbei has a lot of things that he can share with the crew. Next up, we have Punk Hazard. Now, I'm a really big fan of Punk Hazard, so I'm gonna try not to be biased on this, because I really want to put Punk Hazard at an A. I do. I'm gonna put it at a mid B, at a high B. I mean, I'm gonna put it at a high B right above Sabaody. I think that's fair. Punk Hazard was an introduction to a lot of things. It really opened up the door to a lot of dark elements going on in One Piece. Of course, we saw Caesar, Trafalgar Law, man. I'm a big Law fan. You know, seeing how he was moving in that whole arc, I didn't know what was going on at first. I didn't know if we should trust him. I just didn't know. And the way he was flexing his devil fruit, how he was switching the personalities with the character, it was hard to know if we could trust him or not. You know, that's the place where Akainu and Aokiji had their legendary battle that we still need footage on. We got Law versus Virgo. I'm a big Smoker fan. I pray that Smoker gets a power up. Like, I'm just remembering things right off the dome. You know, things are pouring out, and oh yeah, I'm gonna keep it at B. We're gonna keep this going before I change my mind. Let's go. All right, now we're at Dressrosa. Now Dressrosa is another one I thoroughly enjoyed. I'm instantly gonna put it at an A. Now when I say A, I'm gonna put it mid A. Oh, actually, I'm actually gonna put it, I'm gonna put it over Romance Dawn, almost over Drum Island, possibly. I'm gonna think about that. So let's think about it for a minute. I love Dressrosa off of building, the world building. I love the plot of the whole arc. I know a lot of people have issues with the pacing. Awesome characters in my opinion. Fujitora, love Fujitora, how he was introduced, everything, love it. Chinjao, I love how Chinjao popped up. He had some type of connection to Luffy. Bartolomeo, man, Barto, our man, a legendary first impression on us. We had the reintroduction of the one-hit wonder kid Bellamy. You know, he just keeps coming back. One day he's gonna catch a W. One day. You know, we got Sabo, the GOAT Sabo, the way he returned. Bro pulled up, told his brother, I got this, you take care of what you gotta take care of, and he handled it. Like, just think about that. He really just pulled up, took the devil fruit, basically inherited Ace's will, and that's why I think Sabo's gonna be the one to take Akainu down. You heard it here. Roman Sensei thinks that Sabo is taking Akainu down. Awakened devil fruit, everything. Conqueror's Haki, name it. He gonna have it when it's time. I'm calling it right now. Let me calm down, but I'm calling it right now. The Coliseum, that was just like a tournament arc in our own way, you know? Law's flashback, are you kidding me? Like, that took us for a spin. Just how complex Dofi is as a character, we saw it in full display in Dressrosa. So I mean, I can go on, you know, the main fight with Dofi and Luffy, the way that Dofi was flexing with his devil fruit abilities, everything he was doing, the birdcage. I'm gonna put it in the, I'm putting it right in the middle because I can't decide. I'm gonna put it right in between Romance Dawn and Nabaratier. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, now, so the next one we're on is Zoe, the change of elements. Wow, wow, just everything, the characters, I loved it. The surprises, just everything caught me off guard. There, just from the flood, there were floods going on, and the next thing you know, Jack the drought just popped up. We learned so much in that time frame that I'm gonna put it at a B. I almost want to put it at an A, honestly. I almost want to put Zoe at A, I do, but I'm gonna put it at a B. No, I'm putting it at an A. It's something about it, and it might be because of what led on after it, but like we learned so much about the road poneglyphs, the Kozuki clan, the whole Raizo is safe moment, you know, the comedy that came with the ninjas there. I felt like that was paying homage to Naruto. Now we got the Minx, Pedro, Carrot, you know, Dogstorm, Cat Viper, you know, the Zunisha moment when he basically took out Jack and his whole crew. That had me hyped. I thought they were done for, man. It looked like it was a wrap, and it just started prepping us for a lot of things. Like at that moment, I didn't know it was prepping us for what we were about to see in Wano, you know. I'm rating these right now off of my first impression and where we are now and the value it holds, and that's why I had to move Alabasta. I think it belongs in A. I'm gonna have it in A. All right, so next up we have Whole Cake Island. Now Whole Cake Island, that's another controversial arc, you know. I hear a lot of back and forth things about Whole Cake Island. I generally loved it. I loved all the elements it brought. It introduced one of my favorite One Piece characters in Katakuri. I mean, one of the things that, you know, people say about Whole Cake Island, and I can agree with, I do feel like Big Mom's character could have been explored more versus everything that we got in the arc. I think it's okay for now because I feel like a lot of stuff with Big Mom's gonna come back in full circle. But in all honesty, we got a lot of answers to questions that we weren't even asking because we didn't know we needed at that time. We got the Luffy versus Cracker fight. Now that one was stretched out, it was, but it was entertaining. We got to see a lot of Luffy's creativity. We got to see Luffy be Luffy, you know what I'm saying? The scheming to take down Big Mom with Beji, Pedro's sacrifice, you know, Sanji having to save the Vinsmokes the way he did. Of course, we got the Luffy versus Katakuri fight, which is a goated One Piece fight. Luffy versus Sanji fight, and I mean, my eyes were not dry the whole time. I still get teary-eyed when I think about it and talk about it. You know, and the backstories and the flashbacks were good. You know, we definitely got a lot of backstories when it came to Sanji. It was more of an introduction of Big Mom's family. Putting Whole Cake at a high B. Actually, no. Ooh, okay. I'm putting Whole Cake Island at A, and I'm moving Zoe at B. Highest B though, I'm gonna put Zoe right there. Ooh man, that's what we're gonna do. So look guys, when we were doing the pre-time skip arc list, I know I said on the very top we have the One Piece is real. I was gonna do 1. I'm really thinking about just putting Water 7 up there. I'm just gonna move it up there. Since we moved Alabasta up, I think it'll be fair if we just move Water 7 up there. That's what we're gonna do right there. We're gonna keep it at that. All right, so next up we have the Reverie. I was kind of in a gray area. I was thinking either, you know, B or C, but I am gonna put the Reverie at B. Now the amount of info we got into the Reverie within that time frame, I feel like it was amazing. You know, from the world building to the updated information on questions that we've been wondering for a while, it was refreshing. And I feel like it emphasized on all the elements that make One Piece stand out. You know, and when I say refreshing, I mean we saw a lot of characters such as Shirahoshi and Neptune interacting with other characters as well, and that to me was the type of world building that I was talking about. You knew it was leading to something. You knew it was leading to something, and here we are. And of course we got little bits and pieces of the Revolutionary Army, and anytime we get content regarding, you know, the Revolutionary Army, we love it because we think we're about to see Dragon. And because of that, I do say that we're gonna put the Reverie at B. I'm gonna put it right, oh man, this is tough. I'm gonna put the Reverie right behind I'm putting it right at Lovetown, right above Lovetown. That's where I'm putting the Reverie. Last but not least, we are here at Wano. Now look, I could go on for a while talking about Wano, but I'm not going to. If you want me to, or if you want me to talk about any other arc on an actual dedicated video to it, let me know in the comments below. But look, Wano for me, being a manga reader, I'm putting Wano at S tier, man. It has to be, right? So we're just gonna put it right here. We'll move it around while we figure out why it should be S tier. Look, I love the vibes from the jump, aesthetic that it gave, the soundtrack. There was a lot of things that were updated, you know, and I appreciated that. Getting the Zoro versus Killer that we got, the little bits and pieces of it that we got, just that little fight, that was a gem right there that's not talked about enough. I loved that stuff. I loved how we got to see a little bit of, you know, Zoro opening up as a character. In the beginning of Wano, we thought we were finally going to get, you know, more than we got about Zoro, but of course it's going to be for later. We got enough. Well, come on now, we got enough, especially after the episode that was animated against King, the main introduction and debut of Kaido that we've been waiting for, seeing how strong Kaido really was and why he does have that title that he has. I mean, bro was handling people left and right. It showed how devious and how evil Kaido really was. You know, the smile fruit, seeing how it was actually affecting, you know, the areas there. It was very, very well structured, and I could see where it was going, and I loved it. All of our favorite pirates were getting tested. We had Law, Kid, Killer, Zoro, Sanji. Everyone was getting tested in their own way. Marco popping back up in Wano was just amazing. I'm a big Marco fan. The Roger flashback, all the flashbacks in Wano actually. The introduction of Yamato was smooth. I loved it. And of course, you know, we had Roof Piece. A lot of monumental things happened there. Of course, we had Gear 5. I'm not going to talk about that as much as I want to right now, but I will on another video. You know, I'm just waiting for that anime to get out. And Gear 5 is going to definitely be one of the most influential moments in anime history. That Wano gave us one of the most pivotal anime moments moments ever. So that alone, have to put it at S tier. You know, later on we can talk about how S tier it is. Definitely has to be S tier. Of course, we got our Sanji and Zoro moments as well. It gave us a lot of MVP moments with characters that, you know, aren't the main characters, and I love that. After Wano's done being animated, I'll probably make a video talking about it in full, just for everyone, so we can have a big discussion about it, because it's definitely S tier. Gear 5, too many pivotal points. Just talking about that though, actually, you know what? Just because I'm gonna put Wano up to S tier right here in the middle. I think that's deserved. I can't put it over Impel Down in Enies Lobby, and obviously Water 7, that's why I moved it up. So I think that fits right there. But yeah, guys, here is the complete and finished One Piece arc tier list finally. As promised, I told you guys I was gonna get it done for you. And as I said earlier, I do plan on working on a lot of long form content for you guys and trying to get that stuff out for you weekly. So if you do have any topic ideas for discussion videos, chapter reviews, leave in the comments below so I can check it out and I'm gonna get to it. And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, make sure you hit that button and join the family, man. It's a party every day. But I guess until next time, I'll see you guys later. God bless.